Oh my gosh, it is a doozy. So, I've got a few different stories today. We're going to go ahead and talk about the fact that there's been like seven skulls just found. Why in the world are children going missing and no one's really concerned about it? And that there might be, a human organ farm going on. Uh, and we might get into the Brian Kohlberg thing with the Idaho 4, as well as a few other things. So feel free to stick around and yeah, let's get into it. So we've got seven skull caps have been found in a river. Okay. So this was on the San Antonio River. Sunday afternoon, a man in Argentina found seven segmented human skulls submerged under murky water. So, so the bones were found 3 feet beneath the surface, about 16 feet away from shore, in the town of and and oh my gosh, words are hard, San Antonio, in the Pluma Valley. So the scene was attended by the judicial police and the fire department, along like with forensics, all that fun stuff. So remains have been sent to a specialized laboratory for more forensics investigation to determine the origin of these remains. So they were only skeletal remains that were found at the time. So the rest of the skeleton is unknown to where that is. So according to the locals, though, some report has said that the skulls did not have any visible injuries on the surface, and they may have belonged to a collector or medical student. However, this has not been confirmed. So bones in fresh water can actually live for years, depending on the acid that's in the water, the temperature, oxygen levels in the water. I'm sorry, I feel like I have something on my teeth. So far, it's unclear how long the bones have been in the water. And the San Antonio River in Argentina, it's about 820 miles long stretch of water from the Brazil and Argentina border, in the town of San Antonio. So it's about like 27 miles from the city of Cordoba. And while discovering the human remains, I mean, it's unnerving, of course. I mean, it's not unheard of though. Like in 2018, there was a fisherman in Washington State that actually found like a small fragment of a human skull while fly fishing. So it was confirmed that the skull fragment had been belonged to a homicide victim who was actually reported missing in 2015. So, and then in July 2023, uh, an Italian paleontologist actually discovered ancient human skull fragments while hiking in the River Po, so near northern Italy. So those actually believed to have dated back to the political era tens of thousands of years ago. However, the dating has not been confirmed on that. So investigations, I mean, now it's in the hands of the prosecutors, and I guess we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. But, for the fact that there are seven skull caps, the cap of your skull, the top of your skull, is insane to me. So I guess we'll see what happens. So all right, and I mean, I'd like to hope and think that that's not another serial killer, but you know what? Can't put past him at this time. Like, and where's the rest of the body? That is that is beyond freaky. That, that just it's one of the things. Um, so I also want to talk about. So, all right, okay, all right. So today we're also going to talk about here. I'm going to talk about an absolutely terrifying story about an 11-year-old girl. Okay, so imagine this, guys. So I think I've already done this one actually. It's all right, I'll do it again. Okay, so imagine this, guys. You're working. Your wife I think she was off on a trip, and your daughter comes home, around 2:33, like most kids do. But you still have to go to work. So you tell her, like, hey, you know what? Just unlock the door when you get here and lock it up and text me and let me know you're all right. Okay. And so she does, but then she also texts back and she's like, Dad, there's a weird guy at the door. And he said, okay, just don't open the door. And he asked her, like, where are you now? And she's like, I'm in my room. And she's like, okay. I mean, yes, but it's probably just a salesman or something. I mean, I don't know about you. It happens all the time. We get solicitors here. And so he probably didn't really think about it. But it had been 3 hours at this time. And since he's heard from his daughter, and she's not answering her phone. So that's a little concerning to him. And his neighbors are actually also her aunt and uncle. So he calls them like, hey, my daughter she's just not answering. I'd feel better if you just went over there and made sure that, you know what, she's okay. So the aunt and uncle go over there and they're like, we can't find her. She's not in the house. We can't find her. So of course, right then, like the dad's like, all right, I am calling 911. Police get there, scavenge the house. They found this 11-year-old in a garbage bag under the father's bed. She had been brutally raped and left dead under his own bed. I seriously, I fear for stuff like this. Like, my daughter will sometimes leave the door open, like just like the storm door is still open, but like I'm like, you need to shut it. Like, this is why. And this is why I don't answer the door unless I know that you're coming. It's not that I'm trying to be rude. It's that I don't know you. Even if you look like, oh, you look like you're missionaries or selling me something, whatever. I don't know you. If you did not make an appointment with me before, I am not answering. I am not. I have told my kids countless of times, don't answer. And obviously, this girl did the right thing. She contacted her dad. Dad, like, there's this weird guy. And he's like, all right, where are you? Oh, I'm in my room. Okay. There was no forced entry, so it sounds like the door was left unlocked. This breaks my heart. She was sexually molested. She was strangled. Blunt force trauma was to the head. And investigators don't have any suspect at our time. And I don't know if this was called for, One of the detectives said at this point, Father's alibi checks out. At least at this point, he's not a suspect. But why did he leave his daughter alone? And then all of a sudden, a man came in. And I get it. Like, I get that. But she was in an apartment building, okay? There could have been someone watching, seeing dad left. Huh, haven't noticed mom's home. Like, someone could have been watching her. And then someone else pointed out, like, well, are they legal immigrants? What? An 11-year-old is dead, and you're going to worry about if they're illegal immigrants at this point. That's like the least of our concerns right now. Jesus, people, have a heart. Hey guys. Yep, just doing some story time here. Telling some horrific stories, so. um, yeah, and the chief noticed this as well. He said it's awfully suspicious that the dad leaves for work, and 30 minutes you've got someone knocking on your door. Is it really though? Is it really? I don't know. I've watched this dad, and he seems really, really distraught and really just heartbroken and in shock. I don't think that I mean, technically, there could be a theory on that, but I really don't think so. And the apartment building normally had security cameras, but there was storms recently, so they hadn't been recording. So we have no description of this man. Yeah, crime stories. Freaking, freaking awful. I know, that's why I always lock my doors. I tell my kids to. I tell my kids don't answer the door because you never know. You never know. Freaking nuts. So Cheeky Tickle said, I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer movie on Netflix. I'm done. People are weird. I haven't watched that. I haven't watched that. Um, sorry. I don't do it. I don't know. I might not. I don't know. I don't know. He's an interesting one. I mean, I definitely would be safe with him because he said that people with tattoos taste weird. So I'm good there. I watched the Ted Bundy one though. That one's intriguing to me. It's more intriguing to me because like he was into politics and like he had all these people like fooled. There were so many people that believed he was innocent. I mean, he even had that one chick marry him. Like, Jesus, while he was in jail. Such a. And plus, wait, what do you assume you would be good with him? Oh my fucking god. Um, no, that like I'd be good. Like he wouldn't want to eat me because I have tattoos. You're more crazy than he was. Maybe, maybe I might be. Like because of your tattoos. What the fuck? Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer said that people with tattoos taste weird, so he wasn't ever going to eat someone with tattoos again. I don't know if he said it in that movie or whatever because I haven't seen that one, but it was like in one of the other. Hold on, let me see if I can find this for you. Hold please, because yeah, he legit like said that people with tattoos taste weird and he wouldn't eat someone with tattoos again. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I'm not sure which one it is. I know that he said that he hated like the taste of tattoos. That he actually like ate people with tattoos and it was weird. He would just shoot me. Why are but yeah, 10 out of 10 wouldn't eat me. I mean, yeah, I mean, at least I'm not getting eaten. Why are people so weird? I don't people are extremely extremely weird. Ah, yeah. Let's see. I don't think I can. I'm gonna have to find it. But yeah, he said that people with tattoos, they taste weird. So, and like I said, I probably will watch it at some point. I just, so. And it's interesting. Like, I don't know. Can you ask me something? Yeah, you can ask me something. Can you ask me something? Fish or meat? What kind? That really is the question. Like, what kind? And are you talking, are we eating it? What are we doing? Hello, Laura. I think one thing that like freaks me out about that, I guess, fascinates me about. Thank you. I'm loving it today. It is my friend today with the curls. So thank you. I think one thing that fascinates me though about serial killers like Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy is that they seemed like normal guys. People wouldn't have like expected them to be killers or eat people, and that they have exceptionally high IQs as well. You just hopped in blindly, but you love Jeffrey Dahmer. You're fascinated by him, right? Yeah, fascinated. Yeah. I I've dug into him a little bit, but not much. I know that like I'd be safe because I have tattoos and he doesn't like to eat people with tattoos. He said they taste funny. So, I mean, points for having tattoos. But I don't know. They fascinate me and the fact that they're so normal, especially Ted Bundy, because I'm actually here in Utah and literally live like 20 minutes away from his old house. Like, because it's so grotesque, it's incomprehensible. I get it. Yeah. It's like, what would drive you to do something like that? I think that's our fascination with the criminal minds as like, what would drive you to do something such as that? You know, hunger. I mean, I guess, but yeah, plenty of other options too. So they should not have cast Evan Peters as Jeffrey Dahmer, though. He's my celebrity crush. Oh, I I haven't watched it. I haven't watched the documentary for Jeffrey. I haven't seen it yet. It's Do you know the actor? I mean, Evan Peters. That sounds familiar. I'm gonna be honest, I am absolutely terrible with names. Although I did hear a good way to remember names. So, like, if you want to help remember a name, you just do this. You're gonna pair their name, their first initial, with something to kill them with and how you're gonna do it. Like Natalie. And I know that knife is spelled with a K, but knife, Natalie, stab her in the neck. You have pink hair. Do you know? Yes. Actually, it's red right now. Evan Peters. I'm looking him up. Oh, he's the kick ass guy. Wait, these people's dream crush? Wait a sec. Okay. Yeah, not my taste. I'm more like an Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher? That's 70s show. Man, maybe I'm too old. I really, really like him. I mean, he's on what, MTV? Um, let's see. I know him from that 70s show. Again, I'm terrible with names and or movies. But then I'll be like, oh, wait, I think, yeah, that's where he's from. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's in Just Married, The Butterfly Effect, No Strings Attached, A Lot Like Love. Dude, Where's My Car? What Happens in Vegas? Valentine's Day. Yeah. To each their own. Yeah. What? No, I'm not going off of money here. Although I do really appreciate the fact I don't yeah, I don't for me, money doesn't matter as long as you got good work ethics, you have goals. So, all that. Um, but to me, Ashton Kutcher, like what he does for kids is absolutely amazing. Um, what's it called again? Hold on. Sorry, brain fart. Yeah, because he helps actually like child sex victims. Um, and brings like more awareness and stuff to them. Yeah. Ah, shit. What is his nonprofit? Digital Defenders of Children. Yeah, he has like a whole thing. Is that nice? Yeah. Okay, like, is it nice to have? Sure. Is it for me? Is that like a deal breaker? No. You've been in a relationship since you were 14. How old are you now? 19. Okay. I mean, I mean, I no, there definitely is. There's definitely a lot more like, and people grow, definitely. But that doesn't also mean that people won't grow together. So, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, Laura. He, like, you're, everyone can sit there and tell you, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. But only you know, like, only you know what's right for you. One thing I gotta say, listen to your, your red flag's going off. If you're like, I'm questioning this, like, should this be this way? Question the shit out of it. Yeah, listen to your gut. The thing is, I mean, sometimes I don't know about you, but sometimes it's hard for me to know. I'm like, well, there's this, but like, am I overreacting? Am I doing this? Um, I don't think it's hard to find. I think more trust, loyalty, and respect are more hard to find. I think um 14, you don't know what love is. I wouldn't necessarily, well, I guess here's a question too. Like, is it love, or is it like a habit of being around someone so much? Like, yeah. Like seriously though, like, are you just used to being around each other so much? Like, is it actually love, or is it, just a habit and you don't want to um, give that up, right? Is he amazing in bed? Very. Now I understand. Split ways, went to a different college, found out way back. Yeah, okay, like if you guys give like your guy your no comment, you're out. If you guys gave yourself time and like you separated and like then you came back, I feel like that's a good sign. Yeah, that is what she said. I mean, that is a good sign. See, it's so hard because I'm like, on the one hand, I think it's good to go out and like experience all of these other things and experience free therapy session. Yes, exactly. You know, free therapy session. I mean, it's good to experience things. But okay, in a sense, you need to find out who you are. You need to find out what you love, what you like, what you don't like, and not just mock whatever someone else is doing. Um, Jerry Springer case. Oh yes, free therapy. We can get back to talking about dead people. um, that's this. I mean, we were talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. This, who's dead? A lot of people are dead. Like, there's like those 94 children that are just like randomly, well, they're missing. Um, and they don't know what happened to them. They're just like, oh, eh, we're gone. You're confused. Wait, what children? Yeah, okay, hold up. Let me pull up. my notes here. I was actually going to talk about a teenager that got charged for murder, but we'll talk about that one in a minute. One sec. Let me pull up my notes here. Oh, and this one. This one makes me sad too. Okay, hold up. Nope, focus. I need to focus. Sorry. All right. But so there's 94 children that went missing in a state within the amount of like 3 months. And then I was just reading something else on that other kids have been like just like randomly missing. And now there's a whole conspiracy on the fact that they're using like children's organs and stuff for meat, aka those lab grown meat that they're trying to push out on us. Let's see. Where is it? I have it in my notes. I just did not plan on doing this one today. Am I wearing a wig? No, definitely not. I guess that's a compliment though. Thank you. Okay, so this is in Massachusetts. Um, 94 kids have gone missing in Massachusetts. Where'd it go? Okay. Um, yeah, let's see. It was in 2022 is when I wrote this. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Since the start of 2022. And then this was published in May. So this was only like 5 months in. Okay, so 5 months in, there was 94 kids went missing within 5 months. It just in Massachusetts alone. I mean, this is just like adding like a huge volume to the missing children. Um, so the participants like missing children's day. So at Massachusetts State House, so they were working to make sure that the public remembers every face and name a child that goes out. So with this, a lot of these kids, they are in the system. So they're kids that, um, are at foster cares, are orphans, stuff like that. They are kids like that. But there are Also, normal, just 16-year-olds, 7-year-olds. It's all across the board. It seems to be from like 6 to like 17. So it's crazy that this many people in that short amount of time in one state have gone missing. So, all right. So like what honestly though, like what else is happening like in Massachusetts that is like more important than children missing? Actually, what's more important than children missing pretty much anywhere anyway? The fact that there's 94 of them in 5 months is absolutely terrifying. I don't understand why this like hasn't been like full on national news. There's no clues about like where are they? And one of the things is that a lot of the times you gotta learn sign language. Yeah, you've seen a video. Wait, I'm muted? No, I'm not. You've seen security footage of kids nearly being snatched. It is. It's freaking scary. It's terrifying. No, you can't hear me. Okay, good. So yeah, like these 94 kids are just missing, and they're missing. Um, it's gotta be you, dude. Yeah, but like a lot of these kids, a lot of them are teenagers, a lot of them are from the foster system. Um, and so when they go missing, a lot of times, like they don't have people to fully look out for them. So they don't have all these people to look out for them, to, you know, report them even missing. Oh, there you go. There you go, Cheeky. So yeah, so Cheeky, just to get y'all caught up here. These 94 kids that are missing that were in Massachusetts. This happened in a 5 month time span in 2022, from January to May. And a lot of these kids are, how often do I stream? I've been trying to do, I at least do once a week. I've been trying to do more. I have a hard time committing. Committing to the stream. I'm like, I can do at least once a week. I try to do more. I at least do Mondays. Um, Normally it's 10 to 11 Mountain Standard Time. Um, you saw that. You saw that yeah, that there was those 94 kids missing, right? All right. See you, Laura. Yeah, put your notification bar on whatever and take a random guess on how many underage girls get taken in India and China. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know how many a month. God, I don't even want to know. I know it's even bad here in the United States. It's even bad here in Utah because we have an international airport. 10K. Seriously. In it. So which one? Is it India or China, or is that those numbers both? I'm curious on that. Um and it blows my mind too that some people are like, "Oh, well, they're not kids aren't really getting abducted. That's just something a scare tactic that people are saying. And they're not being sex trafficked." Really? They're not? Because I was one of those children. I was one of those. So, okay. Glad to know that it doesn't happen. And that was just a total figment of my imagination. So thanks so much for that. It is. It is fucked. Okay, I want to see how many. So you said girls, underage girls, adolescent girls. Okay. Jesus Christ. There's over 60 million missing girls since 1965 that are missing in China alone. Jesus. Wrong thing, you might get videos. Yeah, no. I'm on The Guardian right now on CNN. China's one-child policy and the amount of missing girls. I mean, I know that like they're having a full. I'm not trying to get political here, but shoot, China's upped their standard. It used to be you can only have one child, right? Now they're worried about actually the workforce and the populations and everything like that. So now they're allowing you to have up to 3 children if you live in China. Let's see. Like, cause like they make you get an abortion, right? Like, if you get pregnant and you had more than one kid. Yeah, no, we definitely don't want to end ourselves here. Um, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know too much about this, so I'm not gonna get fully into it, but geez. I do know that sex trafficking is real and it is a huge problem, even here in the United States. Um, and I know too that people are like, oh no, it's not that bad. Really? Really? Okay. Because there's also this little boy, not that this is sex trafficking, but got sorry, this is bugging me. Um Taken from an IKEA and they found him dead a few hours later. Like, and that's terrifying. Like, IKEA is already like a big place, right? Like, trying to find your way out of there alone you know, without a missing kid. That's that's terrifying. But then you've got this 9-year-old that was missing from this IKEA, and then he's found hours later. Yeah, yeah. So this was in Brooklyn, New York, and the toddler had been. I don't know why they called him a toddler. It's 9 years old. He's definitely not a toddler. Okay, so let's see. It said too that the child had been seen leaving the furniture store through a back entrance, which is normally for employees. It was on like Broadway and Pier. Surveillance video showed that they haven't released the boy's name. Of course, I mean they're minors. Um, that's the thing too, is like when a child goes missing, it's I mean, I'm glad that we have these Amber Alerts, but at the same time, it's a child and they don't give out like a lot of their information, which is fine, but like at the same time, sometimes giving that stuff out is critical to, you know, find them. So, okay, let's see, where did they find him? So prior to the boy being located, they found articles of clothing that belonged to him. And all right. And looks like he was in, let's see, child dies in a, yeah, looks like he was in a creek. So it looks like his article of clothing was taken off and he was thrown into this creek. And he was actually still like faintly alive when they got there. And then he ended up dying. And they said that they're looking for, they believe that this person has killed 3 other children. They're like, cheesecake? Yes. I like cheesecake. Cheesecake's my jam. I'm all for cheesecake. What's insane though? Like, okay, so they're like warm? How the hell is cheesecake warm? That's weird. What's crazy though too, like, so this kid was found, right? A week before that though, another man's body was discovered like in the exact same creek that he died in. It's that's crazy. Warm cheesecake. Who the heck? I don't even. Anyhow, that was weird. Okay. All right. Let's see. What else? Wait, let's talk about before I gotta get out here. You know, the name Jeffrey Epstein, Island for celebrities. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a whole other fucked up. Just there's one more. There's another. I think I've heard of this. What's the other island? I think I've heard of it though. Like I've at least heard like talking of it. Yes, I have heard speaking of it. Oh, my lighting's terrible. Okay. There's one more Jeffrey Epstein Island. Ugh. Just talked about this shit. Oh, Ashton Kutcher said about it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the pedophile island. Fucking disgusting. They targeted disadvantaged teenagers. Little Saint Jeff was the island. Jesus. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Trump's been on that island. Thanks, I know interesting. Jeffrey Epstein? I believe he is in jail for that. Yeah. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein is in jail. That's what I thought. Yeah. And of course, Trump's been there. Kevin Spacey, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates. Jesus Christ. Thing is, like, Jesus. I mean, that's a whole thing on itself. It's like, you know, you do something, it's all on camera. They all visited this island. Ugh. Or here's the thing, like, because you could go off the fact, like, okay, people visited Epstein's island, right? They had no idea what was going on, and then they got blackmailed. But I honestly, I think most of them are freaking pedophiles. And there might be a few in there that didn't know or had blackmailed or threatened, you know, their families, whatever. But there was a ton of people that knew about it, and tons. And you can get away with it when you have, like you said, lots of money for a while. Jesus. I mean, dude, like, I don't know, that's the thing. It's like, Jesus, there's just, I want to see who visited that island. And I wonder too, like, did they make people like sign in? Like, There is a name on roster of everyone that flew on Epstein's planes, but again, just because you fly, the more I look into it, 1 million to visit. Ugh, that's gross. I mean, I've heard talk about him. I haven't dug into him. Okay, so, people get so hyped up with all these other things and then they get into them. Normally I try to stick to like the smaller cases people aren't hearing about, that people aren't talking about. Like, let's bring those to light. Um, but I do understand like the whole fascination with this. This is medical examiner determined suicide. Ah, I don't know. Could not be. Does it really matter? No, at least the fucker is dead. But Jesus Christ. Naomi Campbell, Oprah Winfrey. Oh my God. Like, I knew about this, right? Like, I mean, but I haven't dug into this. And now I might be going down this rabbit hole. Records of Epstein on his 4 helicopter planes, dubbed the Lolita Express. Started in 1998 until his death. Like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Ugh, this just makes me sick. What other site am I streaming on? I've got Facebook, I've got YouTube. And is that it for now? Yeah, I think TikTok's not really working. Well, I can't do TikTok because they'll, yeah, they'll ban me for a few days because I like to swear and yeah, I kind of gave up on that. I was for a while, like, oh my God. Yeah, now I'm getting into this. Jesus Christ, this is whole shit ton of corruption. Shit ton of corruption. Like, oh my God. Okay, again, I'm not into politics. Normally, I don't talk about politics, but like, holy shit, there are so many things wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a good thing about this country, and one of those things is definitely the freedom of speech because I can do that right now, and I'm not going to get striked down for talking bad about a president or an ex-president. Like any other country, you can't do that. Like, I understand that, but there's so many things that need to be fixed, and I'm sorry, I do not want to have a Biden Trump. Like, having those two up again. Like, no. No. I do not want to. I don't want to deal with that. Seriously, like, anyway. So, yeah. Anywho, I also want to let's do, It's always been like that and continues that way. Yeah. Um, I mean, it's only gonna change if I did change it. And I mean, there's things you can control and things you can't, and there's things that you can't like, you know, dwell on. I just wish that, yeah. But my God, okay. I need to talk about this one. So there was a woman in her 40s, and she allegedly had been captive in a dog kennel before making escape. Like she ended up knocking on like several doors, begging for neighborhood assistance, like, and this person that was in apparently a dog kennel, she actually escaped her 4 kidnappers that were later detained in Florida. So yeah, so the Orange County like sheriff's office ended up charging these 4 people, um 37, 39-year-old, a 21, and a 19-year-old, and they've been charged with arms, kidnapping, purpose to commit a felony, and false imprisonment with a weapon. Oh my gosh. So this woman had been pistol whipped on her cheek, and she had like a huge little bruise right there from it. Um, and even though the firearm was not loaded, according to like the police officers, they're like, well, it could have still done like some type of permanent disfigurement if they hit her too much, Um, so they, and according to one of the affidavits from one of these people and these lovely individuals, they did forcibly confine, abduct, and imprison the victim against her will for the purpose of inflicting bodily harm and terrorizing the victim. Yeah. So apparently she had been restrained with a revolver to her head, um, with a cord wrapped around her wrist, feet, and had it duct tape on her mouth, and was sitting in the back seat with a gun to her head. That's how they decided to take her. So the hostage claims so she was in a dog kennel in one of their backyards. So when she finally was able to get away, she ended up knocking on several people's doors in Florida, screaming for help, saying that she just escaped being held against her will. Oh my gosh. And then these 4 victims ran from police. If you want to sit in that chair with no worries, well, and other countries gonna get exploited. They're goods, the women's, I hope. Chair is nice. Made in China. It is what it is. What do you think about America 2023, like overall? Um, a lot of claim. Are you still on Twitch? Or did you switch? Now I'm here. Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me again. Um, oh, you can hear me. All right. So, about America? I don't know. Depends on what topic you're talking about. But yeah, depends on what topic you're talking about. But that's neither here or there. Well, it's about an hour and a half now, so I'm gonna get off here for a little bit, but guess I'm only one on Twitch. Maybe. Yeah, you might be. Yeah, you have a good day too. So, all right, I'm gonna get off here. I want to thank you guys for listening. As always, if you've enjoyed this, feel free to like, subscribe, hit that little notification button. Make sure that you know you have the notification so you can follow me and get notified anytime that I do go live. And yeah, as always, guys, just keep fucking going.